Understanding these principles is no laughing matter, it is a key to unlocking unlimited potential. Have you ever wondered about the great differences in people's lives? Some thrive, while others barely survive. Is it mere luck, or is there something profound at play? Imagine being introduced to a hidden wisdom that not only demystifies the complexities of life but also propels you toward your highest potential. It is not a joke, it is a promise that, armed with this knowledge, you can shape your destiny and manifest your desires. So, are you ready to dive into this transformative journey of wisdom? A wisdom that has been passed down through the ages by secret societies and occult masters but is now available to anyone who seeks it. A wisdom that can transform your mind, body, and spirit. In Egypt, around the 1st century BC, Hermeticism emerged, based on the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus, a legendary figure said to be the messenger of the gods and the source of all knowledge. Hermes Trismegistus wrote several texts outlining the principles of Hermeticism, also known as the 7 Hermetic Principles. These principles describe the nature of reality and how we can use our minds to influence it. Hermeticism has influenced many esoteric and occult movements throughout history, such as alchemy, astrology, magic, Kabbalah, Rosicrucianism, Freemasonry, and Theosophy. It has also inspired many thinkers, artists, and famous leaders, such as Leonardo da Vinci, Isaac Newton, William Blake, Napoleon Bonaparte, and Carl Jung. Today, Hermeticism remains relevant and popular among those seeking spiritual enlightenment and personal growth. In this video, I will explain each of the 7 Hermetic principles in simple terms and show you how you can apply them in your life. By understanding and practicing these principles, you will be able to explore the power of your mind and create your own reality. You will also discover the hidden connections between you and the universe and how you can use them to your advantage. The first Hermetic principle is the principle of mentalism. It states that everything is mind, the universe is mental. What does this mean? It means that everything that exists is a manifestation of a single mind or universal consciousness. This mind is also known as the All, the One, the Source, or God. Everything we perceive as physical reality is, in fact, a mental projection of this mind. This principle implies that our mind is part of the All and has the same creative power. We can use our mind to shape our reality according to our thoughts and beliefs. Everything we think and feel becomes our experience. That is why it is so important to be mindful of our mental state and choose positive thoughts over negative ones. One way to understand this principle is to think about quantum physics. Quantum physics is a branch of science that studies the nature of matter and energy at the smallest level. It has shown that reality is not fixed or objective but depends on the observer and their expectations. For example, light can behave as a wave or as a particle, depending on how we measure it. This suggests that reality is not something out there, but something in here, in our mind. Another way to illustrate this principle is to consider the phenomenon of self-fulfilling prophecies. This occurs when our belief about something causes it to happen. For example, if we believe we will fail a test, we may study less or perform poorly on purpose, thus making our belief a reality. A placebo effect occurs when our belief in something makes us feel better or worse without any physical cause. For example, if we believe that a sugar pill is a medicine, we may feel less pain or more energy after taking it. These examples show how powerful our mind is and how it can affect our reality. By applying the principle of mentalism, we can use our mind to create positive outcomes for ourselves and others. The second Hermetic principle is the principle of correspondence. It states that, as above, so below, as within, so without. What does this mean? It means that there is a correspondence or similarity between the different levels of existence. The macrocosm, the great, reflects the microcosm, the small, and vice versa. The outer world reflects the inner world, and vice versa. This principle reveals that everything is connected and interrelated in a harmonious way. There are patterns and laws that govern all aspects of reality, from the physical to the spiritual. By understanding these patterns and laws, we can understand ourselves and our place in the universe. A simple way to understand this principle is to think of a mirror. A mirror reflects back to you what you show it. If you smile at the mirror, it will smile back at you. If you frown at the mirror, it will frown back at you. The same thing happens with the universe. The universe reflects back to you what you project onto it. If you project positive thoughts, feelings, and actions, you will receive positive results. If you project negative thoughts, feelings, and actions, you will receive negative results. This principle applies to all scales and domains of life. For example, your health is a reflection of your thoughts and emotions about your body. Your relationships are a reflection of your thoughts and emotions about yourself and others. Your career is a reflection of your thoughts and emotions about your work and purpose. Let me give you a personal example of how this principle works. A few years ago, I was dissatisfied with my job. I felt trapped, bored, and unfulfilled. I complained a lot about my boss, my colleagues, and my tasks. I dreaded going to work every day. As a result, I attracted more problems at work, such as conflicts, mistakes, and delays. I also noticed that my personal life was suffering. I had little energy, health issues, and tense relationships. One day, I decided to change my attitude. I realized that I was responsible for creating my reality with my thoughts and emotions. I decided to focus on the positive aspects of my job, such as the opportunity to learn new skills, the flexibility of my schedule, and the impact of my work on others. I also decided to express gratitude for my job every day. I thanked my boss for his guidance, my colleagues for their support, and my tasks for their challenge. As soon as I changed my inner world, my outer world also changed. I started to enjoy my job more, and my performance improved. I received more recognition, feedback, and opportunities from my boss and colleagues. I also noticed that my personal life improved. I had more energy, better health, and happier relationships. This is just one example of how the principle of correspondence works. You can apply this principle to any area of your life that you want to improve or change. The key is to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the desired outcome. The third Hermetic principle is the principle of vibration. It states that nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Everything in the universe, from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy, is in a constant state of motion and energy. And this energy vibrates at different rates or frequencies, depending on its nature and state. What does this mean for you? It means that you, too, are a vibrational being, with your unique frequency. Your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions affect your vibration, and your vibration affects your reality. You attract what you are in harmony with and repel what you are not. This is the basis of the law of attraction, which is a manifestation of the principle of vibration. When you vibrate at a high frequency, you are aligned with joy, love, abundance, and peace. When you vibrate at a low frequency, you are aligned with fear, anger, lack, and conflict. One way to raise your vibration is to practice gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. It also opens your heart to receive more blessings from the universe. Try this simple exercise. Every morning, write down 3 things you are grateful for. They can be big or small, as long as they make you feel good. Then, throughout the day, whenever you encounter something that makes you happy or grateful, say, "Thank you," silently. Notice how this changes your mood and energy. The 4th Hermetic principle is the principle of polarity. It states that everything is dual, everything has poles, everything has its pair of opposites. For example, hot and cold, light and dark, good and evil, love and hate. These are not separate things but different aspects of the same thing. They are opposite extremes of the same spectrum. What does this mean for you? It means that you have the power to change your perception of any situation or circumstance by shifting your polarity. You can choose to see the positive or negative side of anything. You can choose to love or hate anything. You can choose to be happy or sad at any moment. The value of this principle is that it allows you to find balance between the extremes and explore the full spectrum of possibilities. For example, if you are feeling sad, you can acknowledge that sadness is a natural emotion that has its purpose and value. But you can also choose to see the other side of sadness, joy. You can remember a time when you were happy or do something that makes you happy. You can also realize that sadness is not permanent, it will pass and give way to joy again. One way to apply this principle is to practice acceptance. Acceptance is a state of mind that allows you to embrace everything that is happening in your life without resistance or judgment. This does not mean that you agree with or like everything, it simply means that you acknowledge it as it is. By doing so, you free yourself from suffering and open yourself to learning and growth. Try this simple exercise. Whenever you encounter a challenge or problem in your life, say, "I accept this," silently or out loud. Then ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? How can I use this to my benefit? Notice how this changes your attitude and perspective. The 5th Hermetic principle is the principle of rhythm. It states that everything in the universe moves in a rhythmic motion. There is a natural ebb and flow, a pendulum swing to everything that exists. Nothing remains at rest or in one state forever. We can see this principle in action in many aspects of life. For example, we experience cycles of mood, productivity, energy, and creativity. Sometimes, we feel happy, motivated, energetic, and inspired. Other times, we feel sad, lazy, tired, and bored. These are natural fluctuations that we cannot avoid or control. We can also observe this principle in the seasons of the year, the phases of the moon, the tides of the ocean, and the rise and fall of civilizations. Everything has its time of growth and decay, expansion and contraction, creation and destruction. How can we use this principle to improve our lives? The key is to go with the flow and not against it. When we are in a downward trend, we should not resist or despair. We should accept that this is a natural part of life and use it as an opportunity to rest, reflect, learn, and prepare for the next upward trend. When we are in an upward trend, we should not become complacent or overconfident. We should make the most of it by taking action, creating value, expressing gratitude, and enjoying the fruits of our labor. The sixth Hermetic principle is the principle of cause and effect. It states that nothing happens by chance, every effect has a cause, and every cause has an effect. Everything that happens in the universe is the result of a chain of causes and effects that can be traced back to the source. This principle applies to all levels of existence, spiritual, mental, and physical. At the spiritual level, our thoughts and beliefs create our reality. At the mental level, our attitudes and emotions influence our actions. At the physical level, our actions produce our results. One way to illustrate this principle is to examine the butterfly effect. This is the idea that a small change in one part of a system can have a large impact on another part of the system. For example, the flapping of a butterfly's wings in Brazil could cause a tornado in Texas. This shows how everything is interconnected and interdependent in the universe. The principle of cause and effect also applies to your habits and results. Your habits are the repeated actions you take every day, consciously or unconsciously. They are the causes of your results, which are the outcomes you achieve or experience in your life. For example, if you have the habit of exercising regularly, you may have the result of being fit and healthy. On the other hand, if you have the habit of smoking, you may end up sick and unhealthy. The good news is that knowing the principle of cause and effect allows you to take control of your life. You can realize that you are not a victim of circumstances but a creator of them. You can choose to act in alignment with your spiritual purpose, generate positive thoughts and emotions, and cultivate healthy habits. By doing so, you can create positive effects in your life and in the world. The seventh Hermetic principle is the principle of gender. It states that everything has masculine and feminine aspects or modalities. Masculine and feminine energies are two modes of expression that apply to our thoughts and behaviors, as well as our emotions and feelings. Masculine energy is active, assertive, logical, rational, analytical, and goal-oriented. Feminine energy is passive, receptive, intuitive, creative, emotional, and process-oriented. These energies are not opposites but complementary. They work together to create harmony and balance in ourselves and in the world. The principle of gender teaches us that we need to balance masculine and feminine energies within ourselves and in our relationships with others. We need to embrace both the masculine and feminine aspects of our being and not suppress or deny either of them. We need to integrate logic and intuition, analysis and creativity, action and reflection, ambition and care. By doing so, we can achieve a state of wholeness and harmony that allows us to express our true potential and purpose. By now, you should have understood the Hermetic principles and how they can impact your life. Apply them in your daily life and see how your reality changes. And that concludes today's session. We have reached the end of this video, and I sincerely hope that the tips shared have been beneficial to you. Remember that you play a crucial role in this channel. If this content has sparked new ideas or helped you learn something new, express your support by leaving a like and sharing your opinion in the comments. Not sure what to comment? Just type, "I made it to the end," to let me know you reached the end. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider clicking the subscribe button. Every small step is important in your personal development journey. Keep moving forward toward victory. Thank you for your attention, and until next time. Don't forget to check out our other videos in the playlist. Thank you.